Hey there, my name is Malgosia, and today I'll be going through how I use the app Notability to take notes on my iPad. So I'm a visual note taker, and I mostly use this app when I talk with clients, and I also like to use it for journaling. But the possibilities are really endless. You can use this for whatever kind of notes you want to take. Speaking of notes, you can download these notes for free by clicking on the link in the description of this video, so be sure to check those out. All right, before we jump in, let's go through some of the basic functions of this app, and then I'll walk you through some of my favorite features. So in the top left corner here, you can edit your title quickly. So if I just click on that, it'll pop up and I can type in my title and then just click the keyboard button to have that go away. Right next to it, you can export your note. So you can export your note straight to email, to Dropbox, Google Drive, etc. So it's really easy to send your note out after you take it in here. We also have your undo button up here. So there's no swipe features like in other apps. You just have to click that undo button. You can also add text. And if you want to do handwritten notes, you have your pen tool and then you have your highlighter right next to it. So you can add some more colors. The pink here is the highlighter tool, and then this black is the pen tool. You got your eraser right next to your highlighter, and then you have these little scissors right here, and that's your cut tool. So that allows you to select different pieces of your note and move them around or edit them. I'll show you how you can use that a little bit more later. The move tool, this little hand, this little pointed hand, allows you to scroll around on your page without moving any of the content. And then we have this little microphone icon for recording sound. So I love this feature. I'll be showing you how to use that in a little bit here. You can also click on this plus icon and import photos. You can take a photo, put in GIFs, web clips, or stickies. This little wrench icon up here allows you to change your paper type. So I'll just select that really quickly so you can see. You can change the color paper. You can also add grid lines or dots. So if you want to make sure that you're writing nice and straight, I use this all the time. So that's where you would change your paper type. And lastly, we have these little pieces of paper here, and that allows you to see the thumbnails of your note. So that's this little paper icon, and I'll be going through some of the other features in here, but that gives you a quick glance of all your pages. All right, so those are some of the basic features in this app, and let's dive into the things that I love most about Notability. So number one is the ability to scroll infinitely. So you will never run out of space, which is so great. I don't want to worry about having to make my canvas size bigger when I'm taking notes. I just want to know I can keep going. So this essentially mimics just having a journal. Number two, the ability to record sound while taking notes. So this is one of those things I didn't know I needed until I got it in this app. So basically you can click on the microphone icon up here and it will start to record the audio around you. So if you're in a class or you're in a meeting and want to have a recording of the conversation as a reference, this allows you to record it while you're taking notes. So let me demo this. I'm going to go ahead and click on this microphone and let me zoom in here, grab my pen tool, and I'm just going to start drawing while the recording is going. So I'll just add these little starbursts to this person. Maybe they're carrying a flag. Great. So I'm going to go ahead and stop my audio, and then you'll see this little caret pop up right next to your microphone. And once I click on that, I'll see the recording that just happened. So I can go ahead and click play, and notice that it's grayed out until it catches up with the audio. So it will match the audio with where you were taking notes. This blew my mind the first time I saw it because I didn't quite understand what was happening. And then I realized, oh, it's showing me where in the audio I was taking notes. So this is great if you missed a piece of a conversation, you can go back to it in the audio and then add things if you missed something. So I think this is absolutely brilliant. I love it. I use it all the time. All right, moving on to number 3. So this is the ability to change text, and you can really change the color, the width. You can convert your handwriting to text. Pretty cool. Let me show you how to do this. So you're going to select the scissor icon up here. That's your cut tool. And you'll just move around the piece of your notes that you would like to alter. Once you've selected that, you'll see this dashed line moving all around the text, and you'll just click on it once. And this menu will pop up, and that will give you the option to style, duplicate, cut, copy, convert to text, or delete that particular piece of your note. So I'm going to click on style first, and what I'll see then is a little menu pop up where I can change the width of this text. I can also change the color of it. This is really fast and easy to do, so I think the main thing that I've gotten from Notability is they've made it really fast to take notes and to edit things. So I really love this feature. All right, let's get out of there. And now let's pull up the convert to text. This is like magic, where it will take your handwritten text and it will convert it to digital font. I can go ahead and convert the selection, and then what will pop up is this little menu here where I can change the font. So maybe I want it to be this typewriter font. You can change the size of it, the color, a lot that you can do here, and then move it around. Next up, we have the feature where you can see your notes side by side. So if I'm ever in a position where I need to refer to a previous note while working in this app, you can actually view notes side by side. You're just going to swipe right, and this little menu will pop up here, and I'll see all of my recent notes. You can also search for other notes, maybe an older note. And then if I want to pull up one of these, so let's pull this one up. You'll see these little 3 dots next to it. And if I click on those, you'll see view on left or view on right. And I'm going to click view on left. And then that note will pop up. So then I'll be able to see these side by side. I can make this screen bigger, that screen bigger. Really great if you're needing to cross-reference information. To exit out of it, I'm just going to swipe over. Okay, lastly, the search feature in this app makes my life so much easier. So when I've taken a lot of notes and I want to find something quickly, I can just go ahead and search for it. So you're going to click on that paper icon up top here, and you'll see all the thumbnails of your notes. So I have 2 pages here, and I have my paper icon on the far left that will give me the thumbnails. And then there's a little magnifying glass over here, and that will allow me to search. So I'm going to search for Heather, who's one of my dear friends and a fantastic lettering instructor, and I have her in these notes. And what will happen then is Notability will tell you, hey, Heather pops up on this page of your notes. And when I click on that page, it makes your job even easier, because if you start scrolling through that page, it will highlight where it found the word. This makes my life so much easier, because if I'm trying to find something quickly and if I've taken a lot of notes, this really helps me quickly locate it. Even though I love Notability, there are some things that I wish were different. And one of them is the eraser tool. So I have a love-hate relationship with the eraser, because in one aspect, it makes things really fast because it will erase entire strokes. So different eraser tools, you can actually just, it will erase just where you put your stylus or where you put your finger. But this will erase entire strokes. So it goes really fast, and that goes with Notability's whole theme of making note-taking really fast. But sometimes I don't want it to erase that much. So again, love-hate. For speed, it's great. For things that I draw that I don't want it to erase all of the strokes that are attached, it's not my favorite. This is super nitpicky. If you use the highlighter tool, which is tool right next to your pen tool, and you draw over the pen with it, it will overlay the pen. So essentially it will dilute the pen, especially if you draw over it a number of times. It will really dilute that first mark that you made with the pen. Again, this is super nitpicky. This is also because you don't have layers in this app, so you can't have the highlighter be underneath the pen. A way around this is you can just draw with the highlighter first and then put the pen on top, but just be aware of that it will dilute the pen tool on top. On the flip side, the resolution and notability is awesome. So you will not get pixelation. If I zoom in here, it really looks sharp. I don't know if they're vector-based program, but your notes are gonna look super clean and sharp in here. Okay, so that covers it for this app. Overall, I love Notability. It's my go-to note-taking app. I love how simple it is, and it's only $4.99 in the App Store. Sorry to all the folks who are not iPad or Mac users. They don't have a version out for Android or PC yet. Hopefully they will one day, but right now they don't, so just keep that in mind. All right, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you learned some new tips and tricks. Remember, you can get a copy of these notes by clicking on that link in the description of this video, and be sure to click on that bell icon to get notified when I have another video for you. See you next time.